If you think that one of the main reasons I'm making this video is because Coolio copyright claimed my teaser trailer reaction video for not even using 8 seconds worth of Gangsta's Paradise, then you are 100% correct. Readers, I think it's safe to admit that when the teaser trailer for the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie dropped, we all learned about 3 things about it. 1. The overall design for Sonic was more of a miss than a hit. 2. James Marsden really needs a new agent. And 3. Jim Carrey is going to need to see a chiropractor for his back after carrying this entire movie by himself. But for today's lesson, we're going to focus on the first point, which was Sonic's overall design and how it was presented to us in the trailer. It's like I stated in my previous video. Some portions of his render looked fine to me at certain angles and frames, while other portions looked like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? But as you would expect, getting a half and half render like that for a character as iconic as Sonic, I swear I did not intend to rhyme, it just spewed out of my mouth. Getting a half and half render for a character as well known as Sonic isn't really a good way to go, especially once I found out that I was in the slight minority in regards to Sonic's CGI tolerance, yet completely understood where everyone complaining about his look was coming from. And apparently so did the director of the movie, Jeff Fowler, who went on to Twitter to announce that they heard the outcry in regards to Sonic's design for the movie and were going to fix it. This both excited and horrified the internet at the same time. It excited the internet because they were all like, holy shit, they're actually listening to us? That's amazing. It also horrified them because soon after they were all like, wait, what about the animators? They just announced that they were fixing it. They didn't announce that they were changing the release date. What about the animators? What about the animators? What about the animators? And before you ask, readers, yes, questioning that concern is in fact a big deal. There have been multiple situations over the course of movies and video games where CGI animators have been forced to work ungodly hours just to make a deadline and were either inappropriately compensated for the time, treated unfairly, both, or worse. I've definitely talked about said situations when it came to movies on this channel before, but I wasn't exaggerating when I mentioned animators and FX artists in video games either. After all, Red Dead Redemption 2 went through pretty much the same exact shit when the game came close to its scheduled release date. So when Jeff Fowler announced that Sonic was going to get redesigned, a lot of people rightfully worried about the well-being of the movie's animators, since at the time, there was no word about adjusting its 2019 release date to give the animators their well-needed breathing room. Because of it, a lot of individuals thought that this was a planned marketing strategy because of it, that they were purposefully releasing trailers and marketing with the bad-looking Sonic, knowing that it would generate an outcry, only to re-release a trailer and marketing with the better Sonic later on and with the same November release date in order for it to stay on everybody's lips. Thankfully, they were wrong. Because Jeff released this tweet on May 24th, 22 days after announcing that they were redesigning Sonic, stating that the movie now has a release date of February 14th, 2020 in order to give their FX team the appropriate time to work. And readers, considering that we live in a timeline in which this movie is clearly gonna get made no matter what, this is honestly the best outcome. Not just because it assures the fair treatment and safety of the FX team attached to the movie, but because it also sets a precedent on how other teams and creatives can go about handling things later on down the line. For the director of a movie property like Sonic the Hedgehog to approach a movie studio like Paramount Pictures and convinced them to not only allow the team to rework something as drastic as the physical appearance of a whole-ass character, but also hold off on the original release date in order for the team to properly work on it without feeling rushed or pressured, especially in a time when studio execs only care about meeting release deadlines. Says a lot about itself. Not only does this situation show that things like this are possible, but that the collective power and concern of multiple voices can help achieve great things, both when they're acted upon and when they reach the ears of someone who both genuinely listens and takes them to heart. Shit! Sometimes it's the collective power itself that forces the change, not just the one who hears it. Nevertheless, readers, I'm astonished that the prime example of both of these instances working together in order to generate this kind of shift came in the form of the live-action movie for Sonic the Hedgehog. It clearly wasn't the route that I thought it was going to go in, but I'm glad that we arrived at this destination nonetheless. No, but seriously, guys, unionize. You need to unionize. Unionize as soon as possible. Anyway, readers, your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comment section below how you initially felt when you found out that Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, was going to be pushed back to February 14th, 2020. If you want to help financially support the channel, you can join my Patreon by clicking the card at the end of the video or in the link in the description down below, where you can also find a link to my merchandise store. Or if you prefer to give a one-time donation, you can find links to my PayPal and my Ko-fi account in the description box as well. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.